morning, Titans. Welcome to CSUF News. I'm Jorge Flores.
And I'm Marissa Flores. After nearly 2 years since the COVID-19 lockdown, students at Cal State Fullerton are coming back to campus with new rules for safety. Evangeline Leno reports on how students feel about COVID-19 mask mandates at CSUF.
During the pandemic, Cal State Fullerton has remained empty until now. Thousands of Cal State Fullerton students are back on campus for in-person classes.
With the mask mandate in effect, all students, vaccinated or not, are required to wear masks indoors.
Melina Vada, a junior on campus, shares her opinion on mask mandates on campus.
I don't have a problem with it. I think it's like second nature to us now, and I think it's great that we're all staying safe and it's really beneficial.
CSUF students, otherwise known as Titans, are now required to upload their vaccination cards onto their school portal to prove they are vaccinated. According to Cal State Fullerton's Presidential Directive 22, all students must wear a face covering indoors until November 30th. So, what does that mean for December 1st on the college campus? Sophomore student Joshua Williams shares his opinion on how he feels about the campus ready to unmask.
I know many people will be happy with that, but I'm probably just going to keep wearing it. I've just grown used to wearing it, honestly.
Greg Sachs, CSUS Vice President of Advancement, shares his opinion on why it's important to remain wearing masks on campus.
Well, I believe it's important to wear a mask in class and frankly all indoor locations, not only for your safety, but for the safety of everyone else. There are some that might say, well, gosh, I don't need to wear it when I'm at a restaurant or stuff like that. Why do I need to wear it here? Well, the reason I think you need to wear it here is because it's not really necessarily about you. It's about the other people that are around. And the other people feel much more comfortable when you are wearing a mask.
The Student Wellness Center's website has an ongoing health alert for information on the coronavirus.
Titans who are unvaccinated or have not uploaded proof of vaccination are not eligible to register for spring semester 2022 unless they are exempted. Signing off, I'm Evangeline Leno, CSUF News.
Thanks, Evangeline. Recently, President Burgee has updated the Presidential Directive 22 and extended the mask mandate through December 31st.
So don't forget to keep wearing your masks, Titans. As Titans return to Cal State Fullerton, students are facing unexpected challenges as well. Eliana Escalante investigates coping with the current reality of returning to campus.
For the past year and a half, many Cal State Fullerton students have had to face the troubles of remote learning. Not many expected to face the obstacles that coming back to in-person classes would bring.
Current junior Brian Garcia faced a harsh and unexpected reality that coming back to college meant for him. A divided household with a difference in beliefs was the last thing Garcia expected to deal with.
So my mom's really religious, and she's really big on these Facebook groups where they just share, she just scrolls for hours and hours and hours a day and reads articles and reads posts and reads all these things. So basically, she just from the information that she got or that she gets from doing all of that for hours a day, she's anti-vaccine.
As stated on Cal State Fullerton's website, on April 22nd, 2021, the California State University announced that it was joining the University of California in requiring all faculty, staff, and students who are accessing facilities at any campus to be immunized against COVID-19.
So I already anticipated that we were gonna have to be vaccinated to go to school, so I already accepted that, even before I applied. But as in terms of dealing with my mom, I know how my mom gets, so I just had to break the news out to her. And after all the crying and the arguing, I just simply had to take a break and distance myself from her. So I left the house for a couple of days.
Being left to deal with this traumatic experience alone, Ryan knew he made the decision that would benefit his academic career the most.
Honestly, I was pretty relieved about it. I feel like it was a small price to pay to be able to experience Cal State Fullerton and all that it has to offer.
As many other Cal State Fullerton students have to deal with this reality in their own way, the future is still uncertain for those who oppose receiving the COVID-19 vaccination. Signing off, this is Eliana Escalante, CSUF News.
Thank you, Eliana. We will continue to follow this story as more students return in the spring semester.
In other news, food insecurity has become an all too familiar problem for families across the United States. With this growing concern, I recently got to see firsthand how Cal State Fullerton is tackling the issue for its students.
Students no longer have to search far and wide for fairly priced food items with CSUF's newly implemented food pantry.
Located next to the famous woolly mammoth statue, the new food pantry established by ASI offers students free food options. The pantry opened its registers October 12th after the grand opening ceremony that took place in the Titan Student Union Chapman Atrium. At the ceremony, Cal State Fullerton President Fram Vergey addressed the issue of food insecurity among Cal State students.
What were they talking about? Food insecurity. They were uneasy about talking to me about food. And then they started telling me what they really meant, which was students were hungry.
Students are permitted to come in once a week to the pantry to pick up 5 to 10 free items, like canned goods or produce, as well as an additional 5 free snack items. Assistant Director of TSU Services and Food Pantry, Christina Chirong, sees the newly established resource as a benefit and strongly suggests it for students.
So students can start making appointments online. So if you go to asi.fullerton.edu and click on ASI Food Pantry, we have a little section there that students can make appointments.
Now that the pantry established by ASI has come full circle, student employees such as Jose Zambrano look forward to seeing students take advantage of free food items.
I could just pick up food here essentially, and I feel like that'll also benefit tons of students who, even though they may not be working as much, they still have the hardship of being in school.
The pantry is open Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. and on Fridays from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
1, 2, 3. The pantry!
For students who are interested in using the food pantry at Cal State Fullerton, you can set up your own appointment on the ASI website.
Wow, that is going to provide a great resource for students. When we come back, new developments on sports returning to high schools and updates on the upcoming Cal State Fullerton Olympic-sized swimming pool.
Anytime they're playing music downstairs, it's loud. I go downstairs, see what they're doing, see what music they're doing, see what they're dancing to. I go play piano downstairs, they come get involved. Leah has a drum set beside it, banging that. Any music, that's what they do.
Welcome back, Titans.
We are now joined by Michelle Lee to fill us in on sports news.
Thank you, Jorge. Our first story is about how sports are returning to high schools. Robbie Loy reports on how tennis is coming back to Mater Dei High School.
With COVID-19 cases slowly decreasing along with vaccinations being distributed across the globe, now it's time for high school athletics to return once again in Southern California. After a year off from the COVID-19 pandemic, Mater Dei tennis returned onto the courts, ready to go.
We are enforcing temperature checks every day. When students first come into the country club, they have to be screened before entering onto the court. We also enforce that students do wear their masks when we do big group meetings with all of the kids.
Practice is now returning in Fountain Valley, California. Students with a little bit of sigh of relief can once again be able to see their teammates, friends, and coaches.
I think it's nice playing tennis again after COVID, even though we did have a full year's length of a season instead of a normal fall season. I think it's been nicer since we've been able to see more of the team, and I think it's been nice seeing that the freshmen get to experience an actual real season.
Overcoming a big obstacle such as the pandemic comes with a lot of challenges to students, both physically and mentally.
And it can be kind of hard, especially these students working as student athletes, because sometimes all those longer days line up on their match days and they just miss a lot of education. So getting around that, working on that, so we take the weekends off so they can study more, go to class more.
With a sense of normalcy being back here in Southern California, especially with going through the COVID-19 pandemic, it is once again nice to see these kids returning and playing the sport that they truly love most. In Fountain Valley, California, Robbie Loya, CSUF News.
Robbie, we wish the best to the Mater Dei tennis team in returning to the season. Up next, Brianna Beverly updates us on the progress of the new Olympic-sized swimming pool at Cal State Fullerton.
Cal State Fullerton just announced that they are building a brand new Olympic-sized swimming pool behind the kinesiology building. The new pool will replace the 50-year-old swimming and diving pools currently in place. It was found that those pools were leaking up to 13,000 gallons of water a day. Now, I got to interview Ray T. Rash, who is a track and field athlete here at Cal State Fullerton, to kind of get his insight on what the pool will do for him and for his team as well.
I'm looking forward to using that for cooling down workouts, because a lot of times we do pool workouts for track athletes.
The $8 million pool will be 53 meters long and 25 meters wide, big enough to section off for different activities, classes, and practices. In the press release, CSUF President Fran Burgee said that the pool will be managed by the athletic department. Pool time will be shared between the College of Health and Human Development for its academic programs and the athletic department. Burgee said the pool will also be open for recreational swimming to all Titans, and it will be a revenue source. There is a significant demand for pool time from local off-campus entities. In some, this will be a university asset that will benefit the entire campus. Reporting for CSUF News, I'm Brianna Beverly.
Thank you, Brianna. That is going to be an exciting addition for CSUF athletes to use. Back to you guys in the studio.
Yes, we look forward to seeing how that turns out. And that concludes our show for today. I'm Jorge Flores.
And I'm Marissa Flores. Thank you for watching CSUF News.